I can tell you right now, this is not going to go well.
Nope.
I know already.
Uh-uh.
There are certain subjects that when they come up, they immediately are going to go bad.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going to be one of them. Yes. I don't know why we're even talking about this,
Me neither.
to be honest.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Me neither.
This is not good.
And it's not going to go bad. It's going to go fine. The podcast will be about 3 minutes long because this is there's no discussion to have about it. That's why.
One of us, I wonder who, broke an unspoken rule last night, and this is the result.
We ain't done yet. It's time for the P1 podcast.
Fun's not over yet.
Completely uncensored and unfiltered, except for that part.
Looking for the after party with it going.
The show's after show starts now.
Now, I will say it's an unspoken rule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But everybody abides by it because, and most people in our lives abide by it because they know.
Uh-huh.
When you wake up really early, like we do, I get up at 3:30 every day. You guys get up at, similar times.
4:02.
02?
Yeah.
Why 02?
I don't
Why not
know.
just get up at 4?
It's too close.
Okay. Well,
Too close to 3:59.
So when you wake up super early,
Yeah.
there is a cutoff point to calling and texting.
Yeah.
Everybody in my family knows this. All my friends know this.
100%.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, if I like, sometimes I'll wake up because I don't keep my phone in my room like you guys. I don't use it as an alarm clock. I have other actual alarm clock.
Right.
I'm old school like that. That I'll get up and I'll see like, oh, somebody texted me.
Oh, yeah.
When after I already went to bed, that person, they're on restriction.
Yeah.
Like they're what's up with that guy?
I keep my phone by my side and on in case there's an emergency from somebody in recovery, like somebody I'm helping or just somebody in general. Because I've had that happen. I've had a friend call me at 1 a.m. or somebody did something happen. So I always have my phone on with the sound on just in case.
So you would, not ever expect to hear from somebody late at night.
If my parents randomly call me at 9, which is midnight their time, I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Because
like
it's
something's
midnight,
wrong.
it's 9,
Yeah.
like it's crazy.
That'd be wild.
It would be crazy.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, I texted you guys at 8:31, and before I pressed send, I was like, "Is it too late?"
Yes.
Oh, for you, 8:30?
8:30 was too late.
What's the cutoff?
You responded with a ha ha ha.
I know.
That's why I was like, okay, phew.
Well,
Because Emily responded, which I knew was going to happen. It was more concern about you two.
Yeah.
And then Eddie responded like 20 minutes later, which I thought was like, whoa.
Well, what my routine is I'm watching TV, and then I'll get up before I go to bed. I'll check my phone to see if any text came in or whatever. I saw that you texted and responded, and then I went to bed and I left it there. So, not a big deal. I don't have and I don't have a cutoff time because my phone's not in my room.
Yeah.
So it doesn't bother me.
See,
Good to know.
I mean, my ringer's always off, so whatever.
We know.
Like, whatever.
That's weird.
But I basically will put my phone on the charger and not check it again after 8 p.m. because I'm like, well, everybody in my life knows that I work really early. And if it's an emergency, my family will call my husband. So I don't even check my phone after 8
Wow.
on the charger.
So
Done.
we all have these, cutoff time and thoughts of like when you can, send your last text, God forbid, phone call. It's not happening.
And can I also say that since we get up so early in the morning, I'm also conscious of that as well. Like, I used to work with a guy who would start sending off texts at like 5:30 in the morning to people. And I'd always be like, dude, like, not everybody keeps our hours. That's crazy. So in the same vein, I won't text anybody before 9 a.m.
Yeah, that makes
because, same kind of thing. You don't want
I
to wake
get
someone
that.
You
up.
don't want to wake someone up.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, fuck.
I don't get why she's acting like this.
I don't get why
It's
you're
really
acting
odd.
like this.
Oh, no.
I'm not saying anything.
Oh, yeah, you are.
I can't.
Emily broke the unspoken rule last night
Crazy.
and sent a text to Thor
Yep.
at 10 p.m.
9:57.
I mean, what the fuck did I say that was wrong? 9:57 is 10 p.m. I'm rounding up by 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, really?
That would have changed things for me. I'm not fucking kidding.
I'm
not fucking kidding.
I swear to God. There's a massive difference.
yesterday.
Massive
On
difference.
Tuesday.
3 minutes.
Yeah.
3 minutes. What if your clock was fast?
3 minutes.
Go ahead. Keep going, everybody, because this is the non-argument.
So yesterday,
This is a non-argument.
I was really tired.
Yeah.
And Monday night, I went to bed at like 10:15 because I watched Survivor, the 2 hours from the
you
week
got caught
before.
up. Yeah.
I got caught up. I was really tired yesterday. I told my wife, I go, hey, you got to make sure that at 9:30 the TV's off. Like I can't do it anymore. I'm exhausted. I'm
Which is
working out
unusual
again.
for you.
I just said to my wife that, like I just said, make sure the TV's off at 9:30.
Right.
So then she said, yeah. So at 9:15 last night, I shut the TV off.
Oh, wow.
I fell asleep around 9:30.
Okay.
And my phone was on. And I had, when you just fall asleep, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're just finally falling asleep.
Oh, so comfy.
And then my phone went ding. And it woke me right up.
Shit.
And I looked, and it was a text from Emily. And I was like, oh my God. And then I couldn't fall back asleep for another like 30 minutes.
Well,
it sucked.
Was it an emergency? Are we not on the air
is she,
today?
Is she
Like, what's
okay?
going on?
It
Is
wasn't.
Emily all right?
It was some random group text to me and my wife.
Oh.
It was.
Like a funny text?
Like a joke?
Yeah, it was funny. It could have waited till the morning, though. I don't. Haley loved it. She thought it was hysterical.
Yeah.
It could have waited. It could have waited.
But Emily, unspoken rule?
Oh, there's
not-
definitely unspoken rules between people in text. With you two, that's an unspoken rule. I would never text either of you that late.
What's
Ever.
our cutoff? Me and Eddie.
I would say like 8:30-ish.
Okay.
If I'm being honest, yeah, like 8:45, but I wouldn't get very close to 9.
Okay.
I really wouldn't.
8:57.
8:57.
Does that make a fucking difference?
It makes a fucking difference. It sure does.
Okay, fair enough.
Me and Thor,
Yeah. What's up?
that rule doesn't apply.
You guys are late night
and
texters?
now I guess I
You
know.
guys are
this.
late night texters?
I
You
have.
guys are
I
late
can
night
pull my
texters?
phone up and pull up probably 3 different texts in the last year. It's not often. I don't text him like that often, but he will send me something funny at 9:53, 9:56. There are texts to prove it, which is why I saw this thing that I thought was hysterical and was like, oh, it's before 10. I'm going to send it to him and Haley. Because he usually does. We read yesterday emails. He doesn't go to sleep normally until after 10 because Haley gets home from work close to 7, and then they eat dinner, and then they watch TV.
9:57. You don't think that's a risk?
I didn't think of it as a risk. I don't think that way. I will now. But
What do you mean you don't think that way?
I don't think that way when it comes to me and Thor because of the times that he's texted me.
So what would be, prior to this discussion, Thor's cutoff time? Like, what would be too late?
Prior to, it would have been the latest. I was pushing it. 9:57.
Is 10 p.m. though off limits?
Honestly, probably off limits unless we were texting about Bachelor or something prior.
Which in the past, we have texted that late.
We have.
But it's because we're already texting
The text
from
that I
earlier
found,
in the day.
I found text on there that
Wait a minute,
we
time
weren't
out.
texting at
time
all.
out. Time out. Time out. First of all, why are you so angry?
I'm not angry. I'm just trying to prove my point.
But this was brought up. This has been an ongoing discussion
Yeah,
all
discussion.
morning long because Emily feels she's done nothing wrong, which that's fine. You've now are telling us you've gone back and looked at your phone.
That's
for
crazy.
old
Which if the
text?
You
tables
realize
were-
that's insane.
What is
If
this,
the
Tom
ta-
Brady?
If the tables were turned, I think any of us would have done the same thing.
No.
If they were
Emily,
trying to
I
prove
don't
their
care that
point,
much. I don't.
Yeah, I said it kind of jokingly, like it's insane that you texted me that late. It wasn't that big of a deal. You lost it.
I didn't lose it. But I'm just
You're
trying
losing
to-
it right now.
I mean,
trying
you're
to-
losing it right now.
because that's what we're doing on the podcast is we're bringing this up and saying that I broke a rule, and so I'm defending the rule that I didn't break. That's all that we're doing here.
Is he correct though? Because I see Thor's logic of like, if we already have a text thread
Mm-hmm.
going, so is that what your research found?
No,
That-
well, my research found that, of course. There was lots of those, but I didn't focus on that because I knew that I was just focused
In
on
your investigation?
Yes,
my
yes.
investigation.
What does
no,
your
I just
spreadsheet
pulled up
show?
text where it was the first text of the day or the
and out of the blue.
afternoon at all, and so that's what I pulled up.
That's some deep research, man.
Because I know I'm right. I didn't do anything wrong.
I don't think you're right about this. I'd like to see it.
I'll show you
Okay.
after. My phone's being
Please-
used to
please-
record, but I'll show you after.
Interesting.
Okay,
Her
really?
phone's being
Really?
used to
Really?
record.
Well, you know,
How
during
interesting.
Deflategate, Brady's phone all of a sudden broke.
Yes,
It
phone's
broke.
broken.
Deflategate.
What
And
happened?
I have
Somebody-
text to prove
If
it.
I have no evidence, I don't believe it. And you woke me up. You were in the wrong.
Wow.
You don't text somebody that gets up at 4 a.m. after 9:30 unless you're already
Oh,
texting.
so you're saying
Then why
9:30?
have you done that to me
9:30.
before?
I'd love to see it.
I'll show you.
apparently we're using your phone
I'm
right
staring
now.
right at it. It's actually
We're
filming.
using
It's
your
the one filming you
phone.
and Eddie.
It is right
Yeah,
there.
It's the one
Using
filming you
your
and Eddie.
phone.
I mean,
We
it's
do
right
it
there.
every day for the podcast.
Now, would you have appreciated her just to say, "Oh gosh, I'm so sorry about that," and just left it at that?
Well, I didn't respond because I was annoyed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean
no
when you let her know
response.
this morning, that you were upset about the text,
Well,
if she would have just said, "Oh, I'm really sorry, I won't do that."
So
again."
I walked in there this morning jokingly, and I went,
no.
"Thanks for that 10 p.m. wake up call."
Yeah.
And she goes, "Oh, I didn't mean to text you that late." And I went,
I didn't sound like that.
And then,
you guys know how I
and then,
exaggerate.
and you know,
That's
she,
how you sound.
and,
I mean, at
and
5 in
then
the
and then
morning,
she
no.
made it, and then she made it weird.
Okay.
Oh, no.
But I
What if
didn't
he
even.
knows what he's gonna
I
get?
didn't even fucking say anything, Eddie.
Uh-oh.
On my life, I didn't even say anything, and she started going. Well, now I feel fucking stupid. I mean, I would. We've
I didn't
texted each
do
other
any of
before.
this.
I mean, we've texted each
didn't
other
do
before.
any
I don't know why the fuck
I
you're
didn't
mad
do
about
this.
this. We've texted each other before, and I didn't even say anything.
Sounds
So
like
do you think
He
she
doesn't- I
already
didn't do
like
that.
felt guilty because you didn't?
didn't feel
As
guilty.
soon as I
respond?
said,
I didn't feel
As
guilty.
soon as I said,
No.
thanks for that wake up call.
Yeah.
She knew.
Oh.
I shouldn't
forgot
have texted him
it.
that
I
late.
she was in the
honestly
wrong.
Shouldn't have texted him that late.
didn't even think about the text until he brought it up. Like I wasn't dwelling on this text.
You didn't think
I
about
was-
that he didn't respond?
No,
Or
not
that he
at
could
all.
have been asleep?
No, I was just scrolling through Instagram, laying in bed, getting ready to go to bed, and so I just saw something funny, screenshotted it, sent it to them, and then kept looking on Amazon, looking on other stuff.
Okay.
So I didn't even think about it.
Now where we're at,
Yeah.
do you think an apology's in order?
I think so.
No, he's done it
think
to
so.
me.
Oh, God, Eddie,
We-
why?
I'm
we
exhausted
have-
all morning.
Eddie, no.
I've been
That's such
exhausted all
crap.
morning.
That's
no.
fine.
I've been exhausted
That's
all
fine.
morning.
I'm going to delete your number and I won't text you ever.
Oh my god!
There you go.